Hello everybody and welcome to What About the Game. Today I'm going to be talking about Freedom Planet, which has just been released on the Wii U eShop. So this game has an interesting history. If you've already heard about the game, you probably know it already. But basically, Freedom Planet originally started out as a Sonic fan game before eventually it morphed into its own thing. And you can seriously tell where it gets its inspiration from. You know, it's impossible not to compare the two. Luckily for Freedom Planet, not only does it hold up remarkably well against Sonic games, but in my opinion, I like it even more. So it's a 2D side-scroller with a large focus on speed, and with some occasional moments of slow platforming, and I think it balances those two aspects really well. You know, the levels are really vast, with plenty of different routes to go down, and you know, you're generally not missing out on too much if you go through one route or the other, so you don't really feel too bad about missing out on something. Usually my OCD kicks in and I need to check everything out, but here I never felt that way, which is to its credit. I just thought, oh, I'll go that way next time. As you can see, it's a really gorgeous game to look at. The sprite work and animations are great, and I really like the environments. They're a little cliched, but they look good. I especially love the nighttime scene in the Chinese city. That looks absolutely brilliant, and just the Chinese aesthetic is just so nice to look at and play through. At the moment, there are 3 characters to play as. Lilac is the main character. She's like a dragon. She's really fast and she can double jump. There's also a cat called Carol, who's slower, but she can do wall jumps, and I think she's more powerful. And she can also occasionally ride a motorbike, which is really bizarre but fun. There's also a dog called Mila, who you can't play as in the story mode, but you can in classic mode. And she's even more different. Like, she's weaker, like she has less health, but she can make a shield, which can also be an attack. And she can produce like slime blocks that she can throw at enemies. There's really nice differences between the characters. So much so it's actually worth replaying the game with them, because they give you a different experience. Even though the story mode is about 4 hours long, there's still plenty of life in the game. There's also a time attack mode and lots of internal achievements and collectibles to get, like soundtracks and things. So there's plenty to do. And well, the stages aren't really too difficult on normal mode, which is what I played it on. But the boss battles can be really brutal. There's a definite difficulty curve, and about halfway through the game, the bosses get pretty insane. They're big, they're fast, they can absolutely destroy your life bar within just like a few seconds. You really need to learn their attack patterns and how to deal with them. I can't remember dying during the normal stages, but during the boss fights, and especially the final boss, I saw the game over screen quite a few times, to my own shame. I think this difficulty might put off some casual players, because they do offer a choice of difficulty, and those who chose normal might be scratching their heads at times as to why it's so difficult. That's not to say it's not fun for those wanting a challenge. I just think maybe they could have balanced it a little better, because there's also a little frustration with the controls. I don't know how to describe it really. Describing the feel of controls is a little difficult. For the most part, it's fine. It's just that I guess I feel when characters jump, they have too much forward momentum, and that's uncontrollable. I found myself leaping into enemies more often than I should have. That's just something really small, but the main issue is that Lilac has a double jump, which is also an attack, and it's pretty long lasting as well. Often put me in a lot of danger. At times I'd do the double jump, and it leaves you so vulnerable to attacks, especially from the unforgiving bosses. I just wish that you could cancel the attack at any point to just give you more precision. It's not a major issue, but I think it's something Galaxy Trail could think about in the future. Freedom Planet has a nice story attached to it. Between every stage there's a cutscene, including voice acting, and it's all rather well done. The plot revolves around taking back a powerful stone crystal with infinite energy that's been stolen. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. Although the cutscenes can probably go on a bit too long for their own good sometimes. They're nice, it just slows the pace of the game down quite a lot. Overall, Freedom Planet is a really enjoyable game. For me, it's up there with the best Sonic games, and I think anyone who's craving a classic Sonic game since the 90s should look no further. Here it is. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed this video, then be sure to like and subscribe, it will really help me out so much. Don't forget to read the full review of Freedom Planet on whataboutthegame.com, and if you want to keep up to date with us, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, the links are below. Okay, thanks guys, bye bye.